It's up and running. And now let's see here. Let's see if we can do this. Uh, uh, Boom! Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. Want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. Here we are, the 5th day of August in the year 2023, and we are live on Instagram. Yes, I thought, listen, Instagram told me, listen, they sent me, I posted something. You know what I did? I posted a meme. I posted a meme of Hunter Biden. It was a meme of Hunter Biden, and the meme of Hunter Biden was that of the Grand Theft Auto, the GTA cover from the old video game. Of course, you know, Hunter is like, doing blow and underwear and all that jazz. And then all of a sudden I get banned, and Instagram tells me, they say, listen, we're going to ban you. We're going to ban you when we're not going to have you on Instagram until September the 14th. Literally September the 14th. Now, how the irony of this is that all of a sudden now I'm able to broadcast live on Instagram after the competition is over. The competition, yes, for the best of Richmond. Of course, that's what happens. Listen, suppression of the vote, suppression of like the most beautiful puppet voice that you could ever hear from, and that's my beautiful puppet voice. Shout out to everybody in Instagram land. I see you over there on the Sam Cam. I see you there right now. Shout out to everybody. Listen, I can't see everything. Because listen, well, I can't see it all, but I do see that we're working. We are here. We're broadcasting live. Shout out to Cato. Shout out to Catwoman Liz. Liz and Cato, we are here now again on Instagram. Broadcasting live on Instagram. Over 2,500 followers, almost 2,600 over here on Instagram. Over 8,200 on TikTok. But you know what? The reason why I can't sit there and go on TikTok is because every time I get on TikTok, my account gets banned for a week. It does get banned for a week. But here we are. Yes, I am back, says Anime Figure Statue Collector. Yes, I am back broadcasting live. And you see that down there on the Instagram chat. Listen, shout out to everybody there on Instagram land. Listen, it has been forever. Listen, they're sitting there suppressing a real media puppet's voice. They have been. It's been happening over the last couple of weeks, the last month or so. Hell, damn it, you know what? I had a whole competition that I couldn't live stream the whole time. And you know what? If I were to be able to live stream the whole time myself, you're damn right we would have been able to take that thing to the bank. WRVA be damned. Listen, I'm telling you what right now. Yes, you know I'm hype. I am hype. It is 10:15 because now finally here on a Saturday morning, I'm able to broadcast live. Everybody in chat is going bananas. People in chat already all over the place, broadcasting from coast to coast. And of course, everybody on Instagram is excited that I am back. Far be it that I am back here, of course, as we're trying to celebrate the amazingness and the creative ability of Paul Rubens. No, and seriously, I'm telling you right now. Listen, we have this whole thing. This is what you call a curveball in media. No, you're damn right, it's a curveball. Listen, I have been banned. I didn't think I would be back here on Instagram until September 14th. Listen, that's what they told me. They told me that I wasn't going to be back on Instagram until they gave me a 90-day ban. So my question is what the heck's going on over in Instagram land that they all of a sudden flipped the switch and now I'm able to go live again? Anyways, here we are once again broadcasting live at Sam Newsman. You would sit there saying someone's driving their kids to a soccer tournament this morning, and they're like, "What, Sam? What is Sam? Being imminent about? Not that BM, bitching and moaning. That's what I mean. Not that BM. No, listen. Eat your fiber. Listen, okay, listen, I'm telling you right now. Listen, I was told that I was not going to be able to broadcast live until September the 14th. And here we are. We're now streaming live. We're streaming live on Instagram. We are also streaming live. Shout out to Big M. I see Big M. So we're streaming live also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Shout out to all of you. Make sure you go check out Cato Collection's review of the Makina Gullwing. The Makina Gullwing by Ramen Toys. Shout out to Ramen Toy as well. Hashtag Ace Gets It. Did you hear that? Ace Gets It. I don't really need to say anything else other than that. Aces of Aviation PowerCon exclusive. You better be able to pick it up when you can. And so, what are you talking about, Sam? Well, just continue to follow at Ramen Toy, at Ramen Toy. Also, continue to follow at Cato's Collection. That's Cato with a K, and he'll be able to talk to you about action figures and toys. Listen, damn it, I'm so excited right now. Mary Murr saying, "Sam, watch your language." Listen, I get it. 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 But listen, it's the other. Listen. Jerem's on the other side of the glass right now. Right. No. Oh, no. The Sir Philosopher's not here today. Listen, he's going. Listen, you know the Sir Philosopher. Sir Philosopher's been here over the last couple of weeks or so, trying to learn the soundboard. Doing a really good job, by the way. But he's taking his family to the beach this weekend. And I just told him a few moments ago, prior to that, I was like, you better send me some pictures of the beach. Send me some pictures of the beach. Listen, anyone can, if you ever go to the beach, listen, you have my permission to send me a picture. And you say, well, Sam, where can I send you a picture? At Sam Newsman, all over social media. At Sam Newsman, all over social media. Oh man! Oh, Mary Murray texted election interference. Listen, my whole hold on. Let me tell you just what was going on. This is what's crazy right now. Like I had this whole segment played out. Grab the newspaper. This is the New York Times. A shout out the New York Times. Here we go. You got the New York Times. This is an actual newspaper here. Nothing, an actual newspaper. Don't make you think that I'm doing anything crazy. But I had a whole newspaper here. Listen, if you look at it, this is the New York Times from, I think, yesterday or the day before. Listen, here we go. I'm showing it up on the Sam Cam. It is Donald Trump holding an umbrella in the rain. Donald Trump holding up an umbrella in the rain. Thanks. This is my producer. Oh, I see his fingers over there. Like, so I listen, okay. Yeah, holding up an umbrella. He claimed not guilty. No, yeah, he claimed not guilty. He said he's not guilty of anything. And look Jack Smith, if that's his real name, in the eye. Look Jack Smith in the eye and said, hey, listen, Jack, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Listen. There's all of this kinds of stuff that you want to sit there. Listen, I hear somebody right now. They're saying, well, Sam, what do you have to think about this? Well, listen, if I were to tell you what I thought about it, it might sway you in terms of how you vote. More fraud. But no, listen, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to dissuade you. I'm just telling you right now that everything is now back the way that it should be. What do I mean by that? I mean that because I see everybody on Instagram. I see everybody on Instagram. I see you there. Listen, I'm skipping. I have this little camera over here for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. But I don't care because I see Instagram and people are coming in. I almost have like, was it 8 or 9 people watching right now on Instagram. And people say, oh, that's not too many. Well, that's a lot actually, because no one has been expecting me to even be on. Hell, half of everybody that's probably following me right now is sleeping. And they're saying, well, damn it, Sam, like I never knew that you would be here live on Instagram again. Well, here I am. I am here. Shout out to Jesse. I see Jesse down there in the chat over on YouTube. Shout out to Jesse. Cato just joined in. Remember, Cato's Collection on YouTube. The only action figure reviewer that I really kind of but then all of a sudden I see Oh, yes, says yes. Sam's back on the gram. Then I see the Mr. Casual. Casual, shout out to Casual. God bless America. I love the Casual toy chat. Casual toy chat allowing, listen, the great thing about the Casual toy chat is that I was not able to be here at the studio for about 6 months. And far be it from me, here I am sitting there broadcasting live on the radio. I wasn't able to do it for 6 months, and Casual was like, "Hey, why don't you just come on my show?" And then everybody thought I was a damn troll, and here I am, a real media puppet. No, and then I did. I showed up there because, of course, I like action figures and toys. Everything that has to do, everything that is going on with action figures and toys and collecting. Listen, this is very exciting. This is very exciting. A shout out to Jeffrey Katz. Jeff Katz, listen. Do you have you ever heard? You know about the Chicago Bulls, right? Did I ever tell you about the Chicago Bulls? Yeah, you know about the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls three-peated. They did. The Chicago Bulls three-peated. And that sounds very impressive. But do you know my buddy Jeff Katz? You know what he did? He's about to four-peat. What do you mean by that? Well, what I mean is that Jeffrey Katz, he's there in the chat. I see him down there over there. Listen, Jeffrey Katz, he is he's one of the top 50 talk radio show personalities, and what it's fantastic. Yes, he has won the competition for the best local morning radio show for the afternoon over the last 3 years. He's about to four-peat. You talk about epic, setting the standard, raising the bar. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Shout out to Jeffrey Katz. What was that, Germ? What? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. What? Oh, so there you go again. So there goes my producer sitting there jumping up and down over there on the other side of the glass, saying, "Oh well, look! Oh my gosh, it's great! Like you produce that. Listen, you know what? Shut up, Germ. Why don't you sit there and start producing my show again? Damn it! What are you talking about? Why don't you give me a podcast? What? What do you mean it's not your job? It is your job. It is your job to sit there and make sure that I continue to set the standard and raise the bar. What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Listen, I don't want you to sit there and say just because you're now back on Instagram and you weren't supposed to be on Instagram that you're whatever. Whatever. Listen, tighten up. Tighten up. I don't want to hear about it. It's ridiculous. Anyways, Jeff Katz about to four-peat in the afternoon. Best afternoon radio show. It's incredible. But here we are setting the standard, raising the bar, doing what we know how to do. Of course, as the only radio show here on Saturday morning. Now, what is it? Listen, I'm befuddled at the moment. I'm befuddled at the moment because I did not think I would be able to be here on Instagram. No, they told me I was supposed to be banned until September the 14th. Listen, this has thrown a whole damn monkey wrench into my whole show. What are you talking about? What? What do you mean the show must go on, Sam? Well, of course I know the show must go on. Anyways, it's ridiculous. Anyways, we are broadcasting live, of course, on an actual radio signal. WDCE 90.1 FM. WDCE 90.1 FM. Setting the standard, raising the bar, rock and roll. Rock and roll. That's what we try to do. Try to rock and roll every single Saturday morning. Well, listen, we've not been able to stream. We've not been able to stream over the last couple of Saturdays. No, listen, I'm telling you, hold on. No, listen, Instagram, they told me that I wasn't going to be able to go live until when? Until September the 14th. But listen, we broke it. Hey, do we have people behind the scenes? Do we have do you remember those old people? Not the old people, like the old memes that you would see of the telephone operator, the little lady with the headphones, and she would take, one little wire and put it over here and put it over there, and then, then make it go over here and this and that, and then blah, blah, blah. Do you remember that? Yeah, it's kind of like what has happened today. That's exactly what's happened today. We're able to broadcast live. Shout out to everybody on the Sam Cam on Instagram. It's been a while. And of course, they sit there and they neutered my ass during the whole competition. Yeah, go figure. Anyways, here we are. It is 10:28, almost 10:30 here on the 5th day. It's the 5th day of August in the year 2023. Yeah, so I do have a couple of things going. So the segment here in the next segment is going to be radio only. And you say, well, what do you mean by that, Sam? It's radio only. Well, hold on. Let me just tell you right now. Like, do you see this microphone over here? If you're on the Sam Cam, well, we have the Sam Cam over here. We have a Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter over here. And then, of course, this is the Instagram Sam Cam, live Instagram Sam Cam, first time in forever. But yes, this is a real radio microphone. You see it over there. Yes, I'm pointing at it right now. Real radio microphone. That means that we are broadcasting over the airwaves. WDCE 90.1 FM. But you might not be here locally in Richmond. And you might say, well, Sam, if you go to radio only, I won't be able to listen to you. And I would sit there and say, well, that sounds very sad. But damn it, it is 2023. You have a smartphone. Download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE, and you can listen to the songs that I'm about to play. Have a little Pee-wee centric segment here. It'll probably be about 7 minutes or so, and then I'll come back, but it'll be radio only. So this is how it goes down. You need to make sure that you download the Live 365 app. If you're not here locally, listen, if you're here locally, within, I think, a 12 mile radius of the station, you can hear what we're saying. But if you cannot, you need to download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, and then you can listen to the songs and the next segment, which will be me reading out of the New York Times about Paul Rubens. It's a very long article, but what is it? Hold on, wait a minute. I see somebody saying something. Sam Graham. Sam Graham. I like that. Yes, of course. Well, of course. Well, listen, of course, Captain Katz thought of that. We call him Captain Katz. We call him Captain Katz. That's what you already call him? Well, listen, just because that's what you already call him doesn't mean that I can't sit there and say that I came up with it. No, I did come up with it just now. I'm calling him Captain Katz. Do we do Captain Katz with a K? Do we do it Captain Katz with a K? It's got to be Captain Katz with a K. Why are you fussing around on the other side of the glass over there? Listen, you're whining and complaining. I don't want to hear about it. Listen, I'm the one that came up with the phrase Captain Katz. QQ. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Listen, but what I do want you to hear is I want you to hear the radio segment. The radio segment that we're about to do here, radio segment only. Download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE. Make sure you're listening to this. Listen, we're going to be back at the top of the hour. Or we have a radio only segment. Radio only. Well, I'm going to play some songs here. I'm going to play some Pee-wee stuff. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk about Paul Rubens. I'm going to read the article from the New York Times. It's going to be radio only. Radio only. And then I'm going to come back at the top of the hour and give you one more live monologue about how amazing Pee Wee Herman really was. And people want to sit there and say, oh, well, Pee Wee did this in his personal life. I'm not worried about all that. What I'm worrying about is how you feel at the moment. because the modern Mr. Rogers of the 1980s last Sunday passed away. Nobody's perfect, but it's one of those things where when you have such an influential talent, someone who's set the standard, raised the bar every single Saturday, and gave you an incredible word, that was Pee Wee himself. And my question is that every time I've said the word Pee Wee, when we have already established that that is the word of the day, my question is, have you been screaming every time we said the word of the day, which is what? Pee Wee. Ah! Pee Wee. Ah! Pee Wee. Ah! So every time we say the word Pee Wee, you should be shouting, because every Saturday morning when Pee Wee would show up, ah! You would have an incredible Saturday morning, just like you do every time when you tune in to listen to me here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning.